Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Two.
Did you see? Oh, there you go. Ah, there we are.
There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Hi.
5, 6, 7.
There we go. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Hi.
Thank you for coming today and going against the rain. I want to ask you, do you know what famous American toy would have anything to do with a German sex toy? The shock look. It would be Barbie, our beloved, famous American icon, Barbie. Almost everyone can recognize her. They know her face, they know her logo, but they don't know really where she started from and where she originated from. It all started with a woman named Ruth Handler, and she had a daughter named Barbara. She wanted her daughter to have a more grown-up toy. Her daughter always played with baby dolls, paper dolls. She wanted a three-dimensional toy. She went to Mattel, where her husband worked. She pitched this idea to them, and they laughed at her. They were like, it's going to cost way too much money, and even if we did make it, the common person could not afford it. So they sent her on her way. Now Ruth did not lose this dream. While she was in Europe on a trip, she was traveling in Germany, and she came across the Bild Lily doll. Robin Gerber from the book list states that Bild Lily doll was actually a German sex toy, and men would put her in the back of their cars and see her in their rear view mirrors. Ruth came across this doll in a store, and she bought her, not for the purpose that she was intended, but to go back and show Mattel her. So indeed she did. She pitched the idea again, this time with her husband, and Mattel picked up the idea. And came the original Barbie. NRP.org talks about that this is the original Barbie with the black and white stripes. And if you notice, all the dolls in this day had slanted eyes. It was a common belief that if a doll looked straight at you, she could steal your soul, which we obviously don't believe today. If you have little girls in your household, you know that's not true. So Barbie was made and put into Sears stores, which was the most popular place to buy toys at the time. The mothers were outraged by this doll, though. They said she was sleazy, she was bewitching, and they would not shop there if this doll was being sold there. So Mattel pulled it off the market, of course, but decided to not toss the idea. So they softened Barbie. They gave her wide-set blue eyes, a softer skin, lighter hair, the long legs that we know today, and they put her back on the shelf. And she became very famous, and she flew off the shelf. And most of us know Barbie as a child's toy. I played with it growing up. I'm sure many of you did also. But there was a lot of political charge behind her that we don't really know about. Barbie is 50 years old. She celebrated her anniversary this year. She came after two major wars and the Great Depression. And this country really needed hope. So this doll was put on the market to actually symbolize that hope for children, to show them, the next generation coming up, that you're not going to have to live with the war in your life. You can be carefree and you can enjoy your youth. Also, this was around the time of women's liberation. While the men were out at war, women had to stand up, and they took over the households and had jobs that they had never had before. That's why Barbie symbolizes independence, that she didn't need a man behind her to hold a job. And you see that in Teacher Barbie and Dr. Barbie now. And you wonder about Ken. Now, Ken was not supposed to come to the picture. Mattel did not want a man to come into the picture, but all the mothers wanted Barbie to have a boyfriend. So Ken was brought, and Ruth's son's name was Kenneth, which is why Ken got his name, and her daughter was Barbara, which is how Barbie got named. So there really was a lot more, and is still a lot more behind Barbie than most people notice. And even in the books about Barbie today, in the movies, she talks about, intelligence and loving others, and she shows that in her actions. She's much more than just a toy. So next time that you guys are walking down Toys R Us, and you see the very common Barbie in a box, sitting there in a little pink, I hope that you think that she's more than just a toy for kids to be played with, that she's really an American icon that really changed a generation. Thank you. Yay. Okay, that's how I'm going to put this in. I have to go to the again. Okay.
Really? Oh, ah. Okay, one second. People. Oh, we did it? People? Okay. Alright, you guys, thank you for coming.